Greetings, folks. I'm just in the middle of retooling my Galadriel Light of Valinor deck. Last week I went to Commander and had a horrible game with this deck. Absolutely horrible. So I've made some changes. So let me see, I've got 4 islands, 4 plains, 5 forests. Might change that up a bit, throw another land in there. But yeah, what I've done, I've left the artifacts alone for the most part, except I put Cosmos Elixir as life gain and card draw. I've made a couple minor changes. I've added Days in here as a counter spell that I can bounce an island back to my hand if I need to counter it without paying its mana cost, or I can pay its mana cost, making it kind of, I guess, a little more cEDH friendly, because the less the less I need to spend to get it out, the better. Counter target spell unless this controller pays too, so I'd use that in the moment. I also have Force of Will, which is good. I've got Clever Concealment, Heroic Intervention, Aether Eyes. I've got White Sun Zenith, Personify. That's a good way to deal with some creatures. I've got Worldly Tutor as a tutor. Brainstorm for card draw, and Make a Stand as another heroic intervention type effect. I feel like this might be slept on because it's 2 colorless and a white for an instant. My creatures get +1/+0 and gain indestructible until end of turn. I think that's pretty good. I've got four board wipes because I'm just not fucking around in this anymore. Guardian Project for card draw, Quarter Grace to give me tokens, Hardened Scales to put 1/1 counters on everything. We'll double up on the 1/1 counters. Primeval Bounty to create creature tokens. Whenever I cast a creature spell, whenever a non-creature spell is cast, put 3 1/1 tokens on target creature you control. Excellent. Landfall, whenever a land I control enters, gain 3 life. Cathar's Crusade. It gets a 1/1. Each creature gets when a creature enters, it gets a 1/1 counter on it for each creature I control. So badass. Branching Evolution for counter doubling. Authority of Consuls for a little bit of stacks. Felidar Retreat for Oops, I Win. Felidar Retreat, another landfall situation to create more creature tokens and 1/1 counters. Terra Symbiosis for more token creation, 1/1 counters and specifically. Windborn Muse, make it a little stacksy. New cards from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I think April O'Neil is actually not bad. 3 colorless and a blue. At the beginning of your end step, draw a card for each card type spell among spells you've cast this turn. So I bring this out. If I can get her out turn 2 or turn 3. And then from then on, anytime I cast something, I draw a card at my end step. And she's a 1/5, but she's got a big back end, so she's not lightning boltable or anything. Felidar Sovereign, that's what I meant for the Oops, I Win. Vigilance lifelink at the beginning of my upkeep. If I got 40 or more life, I win the game. Grand Arbiter, just to fuck with people. Stacksy. Don and Leo Problem Solvers, I like this. Vigilance, at the beginning of your end step, exile up to 1 target artifact you control and up to 1 target creature you control. Then return it to the battlefield under their owner's control. So this flickers, Galadriel, lots of things, especially if I've got Alliance creatures out. I need to get more Alliance creatures because that's just mega good value. It does 2 things. It does an artifact and a creature, which is good. Sovereign Olmec is badass. Ward 2. 2 colorless a green, and a white, 3/4. Like I said, War 2, whenever the sovereign attacks for each creature you control with power greater than that creature's base power, put a number of 1/1 counters on that creature equal to the difference. So more 1/1 counters. Goes along with the 1/1 counters on here. Kaikar, quite simply, mostly is here for blinking. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, choose one. Blink a creature. Or create a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flank. So again, another creature. Well, another kind of token. Seedborn Muse, just to be an asshole, to let me untap all the time. A Myria Angel for landfall 1/1 creature token creations. Coma Cosmos Serpent, because people fucking hate him and he's a fucking asshole. I like Coma. Rampaging Balos for more landfall triggers. To create 4/4 Beast. Every time I fucking play a land after this comes out, 4/4 Beast happens. Boss's Chauffeur is an alliance creature. Whenever another creature you control enters, put a 1/1 counter on this. And when it dies, create 1/1 green and white citizen creature tokens for each 1/1 counter on it. So beautiful. Now my little pingers and ramp. Lita, little orphan amphibian from Ninja Turtles. Alliance. When a creature enters, when she comes down, put 1/1 counter on her. Sweet. Create a food token. Excellent. And Scribe 1. Mikey and Leo, Chaos and Order. Whenever you put a counter on a creature you control, draw a card. This ability triggers only once. Great. Lazile, the Health's champion, creates tokens. Paradise Druid for ramp. Boromir. Card draw. And I can sack it to be to give all my creatures indestructible. Dusk Legion Duelist. Unusual, have a vampire in here, but whenever one counters are put in Dusk Legion, draw a card. So more card draw. Chatterfang, just to, whenever a token's created, I create a scroll token. And it's a sack outlet as well for scroll tokens. Frog Butler, ramp from Ninja Turtles, and it's got Death Touch, so I could use it as a blocker if I need to. And I can give it reach as well. Llanowar Elf as ramp. Guide of Souls for creature entrance. Gives me life every time a creature comes in, or energy counter. Don't give a shit about the energy counters so much, but the life, yes. Call of Greeters, Alliance. One of the most useful elves ever. I can put a 1/1 counter, so more 1/1 counter synergy. Treasure tokens, gain 2 life. Michelangelo, Weirdness 211, beautiful card, love it. Create a mutagen token when it comes in, which allows you to put 1/1 counters on creatures, which synergizes well with Galadriel. If one or more 1/1 counters would be put on a creature you controlled, that many plus 1/1 counters would be put on it instead. So I'm just putting tons of 1/1 counters. Birds of Paradise for ramp. Hinterland Sanctifier for gaining life. Distinguished Conjurer, gaining life. And I can blink. Tireless Provisioner, landfall treasure creation. Curion Explorer, an oldie but a goodie. Tap to add mana to my mana pool. 1 mana, any color or land an opponent I control could produce. I'm trying to phase out so much because I had a whole bunch of green ramp in here. I need to be able to produce 3 colors. So I've got way more multicolor land production. Conclave Mentor, oldie but a goodie. Nice uncommon. If one more 1/1 creature, 1/1 counters would be put on a creature you control, that many plus 1/1 And when it dies, I gain life equal to its power. So life gain and 1/1 counters. Metastatic Evangel. Whenever another non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, proliferate. This deck is going to get out of control. And Avacyn's Pilgrim, white ramp, because you don't get white very much. Kind of out of sight. Elspeth Tyrell. Life gain, creature token creation, and board wipe. And Najani, life gain, create a token, creature token. A one-way board, non-symmetrical board wipe where I board wipe everybody. Galadriel, she does good. I've got Skull Clamp in here for card draw. The Earth Crystal is in here as well. So Maze of Ith is a good land. Command Tower, I can tap for any color. Castle Ardenvale, I keep thinking about taking this out, but really, it's good because I can use 2 colorless and 2 white. I can create a 1/1 white human, so I can create a token. Karn's Bastion for proliferation. Breeding Pool, need it. Uncharted Haven, add 1 when it comes out. It enters tapped, yes, but I choose a color, and then from then on, it just adds a mana of that color. So whatever I need it to be at the moment, it will be. Temple Garden, yes. Ancient Ziggurat, a mana, 1 mana of any color to cast a creature. Lots of creatures in this, need it. Path of Ancestry, any color. A Dark Waste, good. Hinterland Harbor, good. Opal Palace, good. Hallowed Fountain, good. Sodden Verdure, good. Treva's Ruins as a tri-land. It's a tri-home. Like, honestly, these are not a hell of a lot different from the $20 ones from fucking New Capenna. You just can't fucking cycle them. I don't give a fuck about cycling my land for 3 fucking colorless. I want it to be able, and if it's going to come into play tapped, honestly, they should only be worth $5 or $10 because they come into play tapped. That's bullshit. They should come into play tapped or deal 3 damage to you because they tap for 3 different colors, like a shock land. And cycling for 3 is gravy, I guess. If I'm gonna have a land come into play tapped, whatever. This costs 50 cents, 25 cents, whatever. Exotic Orchard, whatever I need it to be. Tangled Islet, another green and blue dual land. Prairie Stream, white and blue dual land. City Brass, need it. Brushland, need it. Now I'm toying with the idea of pulling out a forest. So how many lands do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Ooh, I've only got 32 in here. I'm not gonna. Should I cut something in favor of a land? Should I cut a couple of things? I've been toying with the idea of cutting a couple of things. I've actually been toying with the idea of cutting my Avacyn's Pilgrim. Because it just, do I have the, yeah, I've got the Land War. Yeah, I'll keep it. Boss's Chauffeur, though. Bosses I might pull out. I may just. But this is basically how the deck's going to work. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed this little deck tech. Like and subscribe. And I hope to talk to you and see you guys again soon. Bye-bye.